All right. Hey, hello everybody. Welcome. We are now doing our second part to this. We're doing our NBA East predictions for this season, and we're doing one, two, and three. So, at the Atlantic, we have Toronto, Brooklyn, Philadelphia, Boston, and New York. I've got Brooklyn. I think Brooklyn is definitely the best team here. I mean, they were really good last year, and they did all those guys. They got Garnett, Pierce, and Terry from Boston. And I mean, when you look at their potentially their starting lineup as Darren Williams, Joe Johnson, Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, and Brooke Lopez, that is a loaded, with a sixth man of Jason Terry. I mean, that is a loaded team right there. And yeah, and so number two, I have New York Knicks. I think the Knicks, they have another great sixth man, J.R. Smith. They're a really good three-point shooting team. They've got, probably the best just pure offensive player in the game, Carmelo Anthony. And, Tyson Chandler is a good defensive center. And number three, I'm going with Boston. I like Boston. They're one of my favorite teams, and I worry about them because of what they lost. But I mean, Rondo is still there. Brandon Bass is still there. I really like Brandon Bass. I really like Jeff Green. So they should be respectable. I don't think it should be like a total rebuilding, just throw the year away kind of year. So yep, those are my three.
My three, I'm going to take Brooklyn at one. I think they are completely loaded, almost like the Heat. They're just, let's see, who do they have? I think all, except for maybe, was Joe Johnson, is he an all-star?
I don't think he was last year, but he has been.
So all of their starting lineup has been in the All-Star game.
I think Brooke Lopez, I think has been. So
yeah, Brooke Lopez has been. Paul Pierce, Garnett. Not very many teams can say that they have an entire starting lineup that's been in the All-Star game.
Yeah.
I mean, that's preposterous.
Miami can't even say that.
Miami can't even say that. And Miami's got a lot of good players. And then I think I'm going to take, I'll take New York at second. I don't really like Carmelo Anthony, but I think he's pretty good. He'll do pretty good. Tyson Chandler's really good on defense. Doesn't have much of an offensive game, but defense is still important. So I think when you have Carmelo on offense and him on defense, they'll do well. And I'm going to take Boston third. I think they're in rebuilding mode. I don't know if they're going to do very well this season just because of that. I mean, they got rid of Doc Rivers, Garnett, Paul Pierce. They lost Ray Allen the year prior. I mean, they went down in the pot. They did get a good draft. A draft pick. I can't remember. They picked up a post. I can't remember his name. But he seems pretty good. And I like Brandon Bass and Jeff Green. And I think they'll probably be third.
Yeah, we don't. At least I don't watch a ton of college basketball, so I'm not really the one to ask about incoming rookies, but um, hopefully Boston got some talent through the draft. Um, all right, Central. This is an interesting one for me. My three are the Bulls, the Pacers, and the Cavaliers, and I think I really think the Bulls are going to win the most games this season in the Central, but I don't think they're the best team in the Central. I think with Derrick Rose coming back, that should just bring him up another level. But I think Indiana is a big time team. I mean I watched like every game they played against Miami in the playoffs, and they were something else. I mean they almost beat Miami. I really like Paul George and uh, Roy Hibbert, and I just think they have a really solid team. Um, they're not just a committee anymore. I think Paul George has become their best player and a star and a leader, all-star caliber. And then Cleveland, I mean, I like Kyrie Irving, and I think they're putting some pieces around him um, to potentially, be a threat. I mean, I don't know what kind of threat they'll be, but I think they're third best because when you look at Detroit and Milwaukee, I mean, they're just kind of not so good. But so yeah, those are my three for the Central.
All right, my three. I have Indiana, Chicago, and Cleveland. I didn't pick Indiana because I like Roy Hibbert. I like how big he is. I like really tall centers, and I like Paul George. And I think they did really good the past couple of years, and I think they'll probably do really well again this year. And Chicago's my second because I think Derrick Rose isn't their best player. We all know Derrick Rose is going to hurt himself again this season, and that's just very discouraging. I mean, you get a great guy, he comes in, and then he gets hurt, and then he comes back, and then he gets hurt, and then he comes back. And we all know he's going to get hurt, and that's just it's going to be very discouraging for this team. I think they still have some good players, but it's still not, they're still not. I don't think they're going to win this year. And then I have Cleveland because I do like Kyrie Irving. He won Rookie of the Year a couple years ago, and I think I don't like Cleveland very much, but I think they'll probably come third.
Yeah, it is very sad about Derrick Rose. I mean, he just plays too reckless. I mean, you cannot, just go through four big players and just try and do whatever. I mean, he's got a big heart and everything, but he just, if he's going to stay healthy, he needs to, in my opinion, he needs to develop a shot and just not play so reckless. But moving on to the Southeast, Miami, Atlanta, Charlotte, Washington, Orlando. Miami runs away with this. They're gonna just destroy this. I mean, you don't even really need to say. I mean, LeBron, Wade, Bosh, Ray Allen, Chalmers, Batty. I mean, they're loaded, and the rest of the division, in my opinion, is not very good. But my second would be Atlanta. Atlanta's a team that's kind of just good enough to hang in there, but never really good enough to do anything of significance. And then I guess I'll go Orlando number 3. I think they're going to be better. I don't really know much about them, to be honest, but so those are my 3.
My 3 is Miami's gonna just completely. I mean, the other teams are gonna be standing around wondering what the heck happened, and Miami's gonna have won a championship by then, and they're like, "Oh, something changed." And I think Atlanta, because most of their second string players are good enough to be starters on most other teams. I mean, they have incredible depth. And then I think Atlanta at second. They've showed potential in the past, but they've never really done much. I like Al Horford. I think I really like his game. I think I like people that can, get inside, but they can also take mid-range shots. And I think they'll probably come in second. They'll probably hang in there. And then my 4th is going to be Charlotte because I like Kid Gilchrist. I think he'll get better with time. And I like Al Jefferson. I think Al Jefferson, he might be lacking in defense, but he has very good offense. And I think they'll probably do the 3rd.
Alright, we're going to cut her short. Thank you for watching, and I think we're going to now make another video about who's going to win the finals and the MVP and all that good stuff. So, thank you for watching.